You've been nothing but a thorn in my side since day one. But I am Fantokyo, the great, and I'll not be outdone. Welcome to Fantokyo Spectacular Theater in the Pound. Please excuse my thespian vernacular when I say thou is going down. I've had enough of you, so time to be my puppet on a string. I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet plaything.
Word of our communities and
Now,
clans spreads.
the audience is thirsty for fun. Time to run. 'Cause now your denouement has already begun. That means you're done. We could both be pirates on the sea. You'll swab the deck and play a part for me. Mobs galore, you better keep it clean. Watch out now, my little friend, 'cause Sharkspeare's looking mean. I've had enough of you, so time to be my puppet on a string. I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet plaything. A battle like no other. Better move, 'cause here's another. At least you'll get to see defeat in epic style. The audience is primed, each attack right on time. Seeing you entwined is so worthwhile. But why stop there at a lion, a bear? What's wrong, my petty chair? Why don't you smile? The final act is sure to be a theatrical plot twist worthy of a prize. Want a shot? You better be more tactical. Messing with Fantokyo is never wise. I've had enough of you, so won't you be my puppet on a string? I've had enough of you. Oh, dance, my little Muppet plaything. I'm up to here with you, so why don't you finally face it? Your fate is sealed, and everything you do is what I say. Starting now and every day, you'll be my puppet. Learn to love it. Every word I say you'll covet. Start anew, stuck like glue. Be your former self, I do.
Welcome to the hamlet.
Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Darkest Dreams, World of Darkness. I will turn it over now to Timmy for the recap. If you'd be so kind.
Yes, I was getting this set up and everything. Also, Zim, we are still missing Karma.
He said he'll be here soon.
Okay. I just wanted to check because I didn't know if we wanted to go when we're missing 2 players or not. So let me get this going. So, when we last left our intrepid heroes, you guys had just gone to the spirit world after investigating a couple of murders / suicides that had been going on. You guys had gotten warped to a club owned by a certain someone who you aren't sure what it is. Zim, when you saw his true form, you had never seen anything like that.
Scary. Very, very
It wa-
scary.
You're fine, you're fine. What's the worst that could happen? I can tell you what's the worst that could happen. But now you guys are in the spirit world in a small temple of a very minor spirit. A little group of spirits.
I claimed
You
them.
perceive the...
I claimed Marten.
Yes,
He
they
is mine.
appear to be like... It's a little natural place. It's a little natural temple. But they've been having issues. Something is in there that they have trapped. Or they say they've trapped. And are trying to keep under control. And you guys were heading towards it. A large vine-covered door when we last left off.
You know, I just gotta say, real quick, these Martens are truly nature's most perfect animal. Cody is walking along, basically snuggling the little Marten in his arms, refusing to let go of him.
Said Marten also is carrying a little shield and spear as he's being held like a teddy bear. He looks a little miffed about it, but he's not trying to wiggle out.
Ren, on the other hand, is probably very awkwardly walking with the, main, I believe it was a god? Was it?
Yes. Very minor god, but yes, he is a god.
Yeah, walking with the Marten god as he shows us the way, because for some reason he likes Bren, and he is very awkward about this, and afraid, and more so afraid at the hunter, who he only pacified with a Marten.
To be fair, Cody promised to deal with your debts for you because, in return for this, you know? Or at least I think there was a parking ticket or something.
Yeah, parking ticket and keeping my life.
Anyone else doing anything as you guys are walking and heading towards the doorway?
Zaizan is keeping his eyes open, admiring the scenery, rolling his eyes at the Marten snuggling.
To be fair, the little... actually, give me a Arete roll from you, Zaizan.
We're rolling d10s, aren't we?
Yes. You'd roll 3d10s. You guys are in the spirit world right now, so I'm going to lower the difficulty. Spirit world, there. You guys are in nature. Difficulty 5 for here. It's not going to be that difficult. You're still in a little bit. So let's see. 2 successes? Yeah, you can sense it. This thing isn't a Marten, despite its appearance. You can clearly tell that. You can sense it off of this thing. It is a... It is a spirit of what you would likely call nature. It is simply taking this form, though.
The most perfect form.
But you get the sense that this thing would be quite scary in an actual fight if it took on its true form. But you aren't sure really what that looks like right now. You get the sense that when you tried to look, it stopped you.
Zaizan gets that it's not a Marten, it just has the form of a Marten, so that's why he's rolling his eyes. It's a case of you have no idea.
And you guys,
Cody is just absolutely enraptured with the Marten. He's now pulling out another sandwich and offering it to the Marten.
you see his little spear and shield vanish as he grabs the sandwich and starts nibbling on it.
You're not coming through very well there, Frost.
Son of a.
Okay, I heard son of a, but it was faint and muffled.
And we don't know if you cut yourself out or if the microphone did.
Yeah. Let me switch where the
He was just
server's
calling
at.
for his mother.
I'll switch where the server's at. Here. Now we're going through Europe.
Europe, huh?
Well, you sound better right now.
Enough, though?
It almost sounds like you're not speaking loud enough to be picked up on your microphone or Discord's suppression or something.
How about that?
Oh, that's much better.
Cool.
So anyways, you were saying?
Frost is looking dejected about the sandwich, and throughout this he's been following Cody, but keeping his wits about him and keeping alert.
Frost, you would recognize these creatures. You don't even need to roll. These are spirits of the wild. They are creatures of chaos, nature, life, and change is the best way that you would probably be able to describe them to someone else. They are servants of one of the three great forces of the world. The force of change, of creation. And it is known to you and your people as the Wild.
Right.
As you all continue forward, it doesn't take that long to get through the temple. It's actually a fairly small, if somewhat nice looking. The walls look a little faded and cracked as you are moving deeper, as though this place has been neglected. But you can see there's also signs of little repairs that have been done as well, and these look very, very recent.
Cody will glance around, finally. Where are we going?
To the one who broke into here.
Oh!
The one who's been causing.
They've been causing trouble?
Trying to, but they too strong for us to force out.
Okay.
And you soon arrive at a door that is covered almost head to toe in what looks like ivy and vines covered with thorns.
I'm assuming that this isn't supposed to be this way.
He shakes his head. No, no. This leads to the sanctum of the temple.
Did you do this, or did whatever is in there do this?
We tried to lock it away, and it did this, and we have not been able to get through. Anytime someone has tried, the vines ate them.
Would it be possible for me to identify what's going on with my sight? I don't know if that would work or not.
Your sight allows you to identify supernatural things. So if these vines are supernaturally created or are not what they appear, you would be able to see their true self.
Then I shall do so.
The vines, to your sight, are you using discern or just your hunter sight?
Using discern costs something, right?
Yes, it costs one point to activate for your things.
In that case, I'll save that for later, just the hunter's sight for now.
Okay. When you activate your hunter sight and look at it, you can see almost ghostly tendrils lashing around these vines, hungry mouths snapping at the air, as though looking for something to dig into and rip apart and devour. They pulse almost with a rainbow hue of light. That is definitely not natural and definitely not sane.
Okay. So, with my, whatever it's called, my arsenal, wherever it is. You know what I'm getting at, though.
Yes.
Is there a chance that I have a flamethrower that I brought with me?
Would you carry a flamethrower through the city?
I would assume that yes, I would carry one in the SUV. I'm just trying to decide whether I might have brought it in here with me. I did grab an assortment of various weapons that I thought might possibly be useful. I mean, if nothing else, I can just go back out and come back in with it.
Flamethrowers are very large and bulky. So it would be fairly difficult to carry it through.
Okay, but I can just go right back out and come back in with it, right?
If the rift is still open, yes.
I don't like the way you said that. Okay, well, I will relay this to the others. What I saw. So, I could go back out to the car and grab my flamethrower. I call her Old Bessie. She does a very good job. But unless you guys have a better idea for dealing with this. Generally, plants don't like fire, though, so...
Does anyone here have a lighter?
Frost looks over himself.
Go ahead.
Frost looks over himself and then shrugs, remembering that, well, he's a wolf. And thus didn't bring anything.
You know, Frost, you might want to go with your big, snarly beast form. Just saying. I don't think anybody here is going to judge you. But we might need the extra firepower. Or, you know, what I mean there. Now,
Zaidan's going to
go ahead.
Zaidan's going to take out a piece of chalk and is going to start drawing on the floor. And he's waiting to hear if anybody does have a lighter or not.
I would guess that Cody would have a lighter with him. Those could be very, very handy in many situations. So, based on the way he's described himself, I would think he'd have one just for emergencies.
Actually, yeah, you're probably right. He's probably also got a roll of duct tape in a pocket in his bag, as well as, you know, WD-40, that's always useful, and a bottle of Windex. Just in case.
If you're going around with a flamethrower in the back of your car, yeah, I think you'd have a lighter, because that just does so many things.
To be fair, it's hidden in the car, but yes.
Well, if Bren was given the lighter, he will flick it on and grab something in his pocket as he uses his magic to try to increase the flames and push them out, similar to flamethrower.
Roll your Arete. Difficulty 5. Reroll the 10. The fire roars like the flames of hell as they lash forward and begin to devour the vines. And you all can hear screaming, high-pitched screaming of pure agony as these vines burn. As they fall away,
Sorry, go
they
ahead.
would reveal a large stone door behind them.
I'm going to go ahead and answer this on voice here. Mage, we are playing World of Darkness. World of Darkness is multiple different systems. We're using multiple different systems that all take place in the same world. It's Hunter the Reckoning, right?
Hunter the Reckoning, Mage the Ascension, Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf, the Apocalypse.
So they don't normally wind up being together. You don't normally wind up combining them. Normally, you'd have a party of all hunters, a party of all werewolves, etc. But we wanted to have some fun here, so we combined them all. But in this system, we basically only roll d10s. So the 10-sided die. And like what you see here, what Chim did, or Bren, he rolled 3 dice because he's got a 3 in his Arete, 3 dots. All of these skills are just dots. But Bren has 3 dots in his Arete, which is his special skill for magic, because he's a mage, and he rolled a 10, which means that the dice exploded, I believe is the proper term for it.
Yep.
Which means it counts as 2?
Yeah.
And then you also get to re-roll it.
I'm using the Exalted rules here because it's the same system, basically.
Yeah. We also run an Exalted game, which is technically the same universe as well, but many, many years in the past. And Exalted's a lot of fun. But World of Darkness is also challenging and fun in that way. But yeah, I just wanted to explain it on voice for the recording and everybody else to definitely hear. What Chim says there, it's Arete is basically how strong a mage's avatar, their magic side is. It's like a magic roll, basically. Anyways, carry on.
What were you doing something, Tyson?
I was pretty much preparing to do the same thing. I've not stopped yet, but I'm preparing a ritual to basically throw the fire forwards.
Okay, yep. The vines have been seared away, and the stone door is now there. You can see the handle to pull it open. It is made out of a pure black stone.
Hey, Frost, I think you might be the most sturdy of us all. You know, the more healthy. You want to open the door? Don't worry, I'm sure
Before-
it's safe.
Frost just looks at you, having gone to his Kronos form just to cover his ears when the vines are screaming, and nods and does the door have any, well, handle or knobs or anything?
You cut out there at the very end?
Timmy
Right.
did
Does the
say
door-
that there was a handle, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Hmm. How old's the door? Would it be, well, that stiff or anything?
You can try and pull it open.
Alright. Frost tries to pull open the door.
Real
The
quick,
door.
sorry, my hunter's sight would still be active. Do I see anything about the door still?
No,
Okay.
it looks normal.
I wanted to verify.
You're good. You're good. That's fair. Yeah. No, the door slides open actually quite easily, and inside that room is a very large chamber, probably about the size of a large auditorium. There is a large pool of pure, clear water sitting right in the center of the chamber. And the floor and part of the walls look like they've been corrupted almost, twisted into a grainy white substance, like all color and texture has been just leached out of it, leaving an almost sandy-like substance in its place. And sitting beside the pool at a small chair and table, sipping tea, is for everyone who is not our hunter friend, it looks like a being out of the 16th or 17th century. He is wearing very Baroque clothing, light blue, the buttons, the frilly silk, and powdered wig, powdered face, the whole shebang. There is a sword at his side that you can see. To you, though, Cody, this thing would drive you mad if you weren't looking at it specifically through your sight. It's an amorphous blob with 5 ravenous mouths chomping and biting at the air constantly. And all 5 mouths look right towards you as you guys go into the room.
Guys, that's not human.
Oh, darlings, I wasn't expecting guests here. Oh, come in, please. It's so nice to have company. As the door slams shut, as you all step in.
Cody is hugging his Marten protectively.
Bren is hiding behind Cody because this person sounds like his stalker.
Glad I'm not the only one who's thinking that. Zizan's keeping back as well. He's peering around. He's also trying to work out what's going on with the walls and the pool of water.
Frost is trying to keep a low profile, but failing due to his size.
Oh, Fred! Oh, I did not expect to see you here, darling. Oh, well, look at me. I'm so out of character for this. Honestly, Bren, you should have called ahead and let me know that you were coming. I would have prepared perfectly for you. But now you see me like this, without my face, without my skin, without any of those things you mortals wear.
Bren is going to get on his knees behind Cody. He doesn't want to be here anymore.
Wait, Bren, is this the one you're marrying?
I am not marrying them.
Oh, darling, I'm planning a summer wedding right now as we speak. It's going to be fabulous!
No!
You
Yes!
know,
Oh, but where are my manners? I am being perfectly impolite. I am Domino, one of the lords of Arcadia. Yes, you can bow down and worship me as you wish.
while Bren might be doing that, I don't think I will. I don't recognize that. You see, we're from America. We don't have lords. We live in a democracy.
Oh, darling, you think you do. But we are the true powers behind the throne, darling. We are the lords of Arcadia. Who has spirit here?
Zizan does.
Actually, Zyzen, you know Lucky.
Yes.
Lucky has talked about these things. The Lords of Arcadia, otherwise known as the Fair Folk or the Gentry, are twisted, horrific monstrosities who kidnap people, take them back into their realm, torture, twist, and turn them into things. And then eventually the lucky ones are able to escape back into our world different. You're the person who takes care of you, who looks like a lion walking on two legs. He is another changeling, one of the people who was taken and then escaped back into our world. These are the things that give them nightmares.
Zion's going to just whisper softly, unnecessarily, I think, but it's just going to be saying, anybody who wants to kill it now.
With my so what is the difference between my discern and my hunter's sight?
Discern gives you more information and will zero in exactly what it is. Hunter sight will only give you vague feelings or looks or basic appearances. Discern basically gives you a lot more information.
Do I think it would be useful here, or should I just, would I know that we don't stand in a chance in a fight against this thing?
Roll intelligence plus occult.
Endeavors proliferate.
All right. I have 5 dots in intelligence and 2 in occult.
Reroll the 10.
Bloop.
5 successes. So this thing, you only have some of the information that you've been able to look up and the few changelings that you have met in the city. There is actually a sizable changeling population, but they're more insular when it comes to normals. The court that you work most often with is the Court of Hope, the Dawn Court. They actively strive to try to bring change to the world. Whether good or bad is more up to interpretation, but usually they're trying to fight against the forces of darkness, and especially against fair folk. You have met once their champion, a lion who has a full set of cold iron armor and sword. From what he has told you when you were able to talk to him, the only thing that can cut through a fair folk's magic and abilities is iron or cold iron. Cold iron is better at it, and that is metal that has never been worked by the hands of man. Usually for that, meteoric iron is what is needed in order to do it.
So
But any
there's no
type of iron will...
So there's no chance that I would have cold iron bullets, I'm assuming.
No, those are extremely rare. It took an entire court, basically every changeling in the city pitching in order to make one set of armor and a weapon for him.
But I would assume that I at least have iron bullets.
Yes. Iron is not as effective against them, but it can pierce their magic and defenses. Iron is the only thing that can cut through their magic and defenses usually. Otherwise, while they are in our world, they are limited. They can't use their full godlike power immediately while they are here. Reality does not like them. If they stay too long, it will kill them. Unless they are in a place of power and magic that they can feed on.
Like where we are.
If they are here, they can keep coming back and feeding and staying longer and longer without losing power or their body disintegrating and wilting away. But it can have nasty effects on the surrounding area as they feed and corrupt the area with their own essence.
Okay. Cody's gonna speak up while...
Also, one more thing with that role. Every fair folk has their own form of madness. Their obsessions and their desires. They crave conflict above everything else. That's what they need to survive. They must have conflict. It doesn't matter. They need it. If they don't have it, they will die.
I thought this one needed bread.
No, he probably feeds off of the conflict, you know. Bren, who really, really wants it, but also really, really doesn't.
Which creates a big source of conflict, which he can feed off of.
Wait, what?
No!
No! Kill this thing! Burn it! Get it away from me!
See? So there is, as we can see, that's a prime example of the conflict that it feeds off of. I'm kind of imagining we're all just talking about this in character.
Oh yeah, he's just sitting there sipping his tea, watching. Every time Brent freaks out and starts trying to argue against it, you can see trails of light going off of Brent and going into one of the 5 mouths through your sight.
Okay, so it is definitely feeding off of Bren. So any ideas here? Maybe we knock Bren out?
What?
Frost
Darling,
just smiles.
I cannot allow you to harm my betrothed, even in this form. I love him.
I am not betrothed to you!
Darling,
I
you can
thought you
say the
were
wrong
getting
answer as
married.
many times as you want. I will wait for the right answer.
This is not consensual marriage!
Of course, in my perfect wisdom, I have judged you worthy to be mine.
Now, speaking of perfect, have you seen this little guy? And Cody will kind of slightly reveal the Marten. Isn't this the most perfect little animal you have ever seen?
It should be made of salt.
Ew, no.
Salt, though, is absolutely perfect!
No. This little darling creature is perfect. All the fine fur, everything about it is perfect, as it is.
Tell me, then, mortal. And you sense now his entire demeanor has shifted. Before he was playful and just like he enjoyed like playing with you and toying with you. But now it's gone predatorial. And you get the sense he is hungry to do something. As he leans forward slightly and sets his teacup down, tell me then, darling, how is this creature more perfect than me?
Well, he's adorable for starters.
Adorable.
They are nature's most adorable assassins.
And you have proof of this?
Oh, yes. Here. Cody's gonna pull out his cell phone
Okay.
and just bring up a bunch of different videos. The extra cute ones, going over closer and just kind of like, see? So here's one just purring. Now listen to that. Isn't it just, it's so adorable and perfect in every way. He's just kind of nibbling on the shirt and just look at it.
I will let you make a charisma plus persuasion roll here with a +2.
Yes! Do I roll the extra 2 or is it just...
You will roll the extra 2 as dice.
Alright.
If anyone can help, they are feel free to help.
Ren is too busy cowering behind Cody.
Okay, charisma plus what?
I'm trying to think of what the stat is in this one. It's presence in exalted. I don't know if that's a stat here though or not.
It doesn't look like it. There's empathy.
I could see that. Is there any others?
Etiquette,
I don't have a character
maybe?
sheet open. What?
Etiquette?
No, it's
can
not
I use
etiquette.
animal kin?
Unless he says yes, empathy or expression looks like the two most close.
It'd probably be expression. But I will allow you to also do empathy possibly too.
Okay, good. Because I have a 0 in expression. But empathy, I've got at least 2 dots. One moment, let me get the stream raiders back down real fast. Alright. Oof, those ones. But at least I got
Roll
2
the tens.
Ow!
You can spend a point of willpower to re-roll if you wish.
Yes, I will. There we go.
Wow!
Ha-ha!
I didn't expect you to be able to make this. Okay. Yes, I see. The perfect body. The smooth fur. The expression face. As he now looks like a Marten. Still wearing a powdered rig and his little outfit and little white face. But he is now a giant human-sized Marten.
Oh, real quick, Mage. The way that the rolls work here is that we have a difficulty. Typically it's 7 and above is counted as a success. It's not the total of the dice, but basically, like with 7 and above, that 8. So the 4 means nothing. The 2 means nothing. I don't know what the difficulty was on this roll. Was it 5?
7.
Okay.
7.
So the 8 is a success because it was 7 or above. The 10s count as 2 successes. And so with that roll, I had the 8, which is 1, a 10, 2, a 7, 1, another 10, 2, and then a 9, which was 1. So with the base roll, I had 7 successes. But then I got to re-roll the 2 10s and possibly get... I mean, a 1 will subtract a success. Whereas, yeah, I wound up with 8 successes total. Which is that's really high.
That is extraordinarily high. The highest difficulty is usually legendary difficulty at 5 successes. By the way, if you had failed this roll, you will again turn into a Marten.
Can we retcon this and say that I failed?
Nope.
No, you're my savior. You're the
Oh,
shield
man.
between me and Doom.
Also, there's
Quick,
the
someone
Marten
do an
video.
influence.
Yes, it was someone. It was either going to be you get turned into a Marten or he turns himself into a Marten. And he
Why
rolled
not
high
both?
enough. Well, you haven't shown yourself worthy enough yet. After all, why would he grace you with his perfect form? But yes, continue. He is now a Marten sipping tea in a very nice outfit.
Well, I am just now. I'm gonna look around for another chair. Not seeing one, I'm just gonna kind of sit on the ground and start going through Marten videos.
Ren is leaning against the door, hoping that his small weight might shift it open to freedom.
Nope.
Why do I go to the gym?
So, what brings you to my neck of the woods, though, darlings? I know, pleasure before business, but I suppose I should ask why you've come here.
Well, we just got reports of a rift and came in here, and these big Martens told us that somebody was here and wouldn't leave.
Oh, yes, I decided I wanted a place in the mortal world that I could come and go as I please easily.
Yes, but you're disrupting something that was perfect. A sanctuary of these Martens that you yourself have admitted are absolutely perfect. And you're disrupting their home, making it less perfect.
Fuck.
I'm glad that this will work because I didn't want to use my plan.
Just deadpan. Fuck.
GG, we win. We broke the DM.
He pauses and considers. Less perfect. Did you just say less perfect?
I mean, yes, it's really unfortunate. I mean, you look so great now, but surely there's another place that you could find. Like maybe, Martens really don't like squirrels. They're just they're not as great. They're great for eating, though. For a Marten, So maybe there's another place that you could find that has them instead? But just look at the walls. The walls are just drained of all of their beauty that was here, all of that perfection. This is a place for...
I was making salt. Salt is perfect.
Not for a Marten, though. For a Marten... hi, Karma. I'm winning because of Martens.
Ah, wonderful.
They don't really eat salt. They love honey, though. Honey is amazing for a Marten. Have you tried looking at honey?
But honey is not perfect.
How is it not perfect, though?
It does not hold the perfection that is salt. Salt is perfect in every way, shape, and form. Much like myself.
I suppose I could see where you're coming from there, but for the Martens, it's just... Salt's not as good for them. It's not something that's perfect for a Marten.
Wait, are you saying there are other forms of perfection that I have not yet discovered?
Well, just like the Martens that I showed to you now. There's so much in this world that is perfect in its own way. And, you gotta see all of them. You gotta experience them. I'm sure Bren can show you a few different perfect things. Have you heard of the Kama Sutra?
That just makes me want to invade this world and take it over even more. Thank you.
But,
I will accelerate my timetable for this.
Hold on. If you take it over, you'd be disrupting the way of life that's already here. Thus disrupting
even more perfect.
No. Because if you disrupt what's already perfect, you can't make it more perfect. It's just not how it works,
But I make things perfect by my sheer presence, darling. Believe me, once I have this world, I will have it running like clockwork, and it will be absolutely perfect. Oh, I can't wait. Perhaps I'll give it to you as a wedding present.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Bren would enjoy that.
No, please leave me out of this. He is going to be by Zizan asking, hey kid, do you know much about salt mines that are not here?
Zion's going to be shaking his head at that. He's also very, very confused by a lot of what's going on here.
So, Karma...
innocent mind and all.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go on.
Karma, cliff notes of what you missed. We came to the door to the inner sanctum. It had vines that would eat people that came close. Bren burned the vines to a crisp. We had Frost open the door, and inside we found a fair folk. I'll let Timmy explain that stuff, or what you would know of them, because I don't think we've really shared much between
Vampires don't deal with fair folk at all. Or if they do, they don't usually realize it.
Well, alright then. You know, I actually have a bit of an idea. There is this, have you ever heard of Himalayan sea salt?
The pink salt, yes.
Yeah. From what I've heard, that is the most perfect form of salt.
Most perfect, you say?
Yes, because it has the most nutritious value to it. It's just, I actually personally find it very tasty. It's the very pink one. Perhaps you could go find that and start from there.
That shall be my first invasion point. We
Nope.
shall take them over first.
I really would recommend you just observe instead. See how things
Darling,
are.
no. I will not keep my perfection from this world. That would be such a shame to do, and I can't bear that in my heart. I simply love all you little creatures so much. How can I resist giving you my perfection?
If you come too soon, it would ruin the wedding. You should go plan a honeymoon spot away from here.
This is true. I haven't planned the honeymoon yet. Darling, do you have any preferences?
You know, I think he would enjoy it if you took him to one of those Himalayan rock salt, sea salt mines.
Oh, darling, you and I truly do think on the same wavelength. You are perfect. Oh, truly perfect.
Just not right now. You scout the most perfect one, and I'll be here preparing.
Ah, yes, of course, darling, of course. Ah, true, but I have so much work I need to do here. Ah, my little pets are planning the way for our waypoint here to rip down the curtain between your world and ours. I cannot wait for that day.
Except if you do that, that's going to disrupt the perfection that's already here.
No, darling, it will simply make it more perfect. But I've
Not
spent too much
if you
time here.
truly
I'll be back
understand.
later. I have a honeymoon to plan. As he vanishes.
All right. Well, that works. My phone kind of needs a charge anyways. As he looks down and it's at like 20%.
Give me a lobotomy so I don't remember this moment.
Can I come to the wedding?
There's not going to be a wedding, please.
But you wouldn't
Ross-
lie to him, would you?
Yes, I would.
You know, that is kind of mean to string somebody that somebody that loves you along like that. That's kind of just a jerky action.
You saw him chase me out of the club. How is that not worse?
You say he chased you, and yet it was more of he just wanted to be near somebody he loves.
Bren is going to go back to trying to open the door. Get him out of here.
Once he has left, the door would slowly slide open.
Frost is just looking at Cody and thinking, huh, I wonder if Cody really likes Domino instead.
Alright, so now that we have that problem dealt with, temporarily at least, much better to deal with something when we actually have a plan, instead of coming face to face with an eldritch abomination that would probably rip all of us to little tiny pieces and scatter us to the four corners of the earth.
Or
yeah.
worse,
Or worse, yeah.
not invite us to the wedding.
What did he say?
What did you say?
Or worse, not invite us to the wedding.
There's There's not going to be a wedding.
It will be a fabulous wedding, I am sure.
Absolutely perfect.
Did somebody say perfect? Indeed, it shall be.
No.
As Domino literally appears behind the person who just said that.
We were talking about where you're planning the honeymoon. You should go back to that.
But obviously, someone here wants to discuss perfection, and who am I to deny them my perfection?
Jim is crying behind me.
You shut up.
Well, you see, the best, most perfect wedding and honeymoon is always a surprise. Something that you learn what the person likes, what they enjoy, and tailor it to them in the most perfect way that I'm sure only you could achieve.
True, I am perfect in every way, shape, and form. Until next time, darlings. And he vanishes again.
No one say the P word ever again.
What, perfect?
Everything's perfect.
I say perfect. Oh, darlings, you're wishing my presence with you again. Oh, it's so great to see you.
I want a perfect death at this point.
Darling, no, you cannot die perfectly. There's so much to live for first. And only then will a sweet embrace of death come to you.
Frost just smiles and says Domino is the perfect timing.
Excellent. All right. So you plan it out. Make sure it's just perfect for him. We're going to go ahead and go back to some other stuff. We'll make sure Bren's nice and prepared.
I suppose. Until next time, my betrothed. Mwah. Ta-ta. Poof.
So Cody is going to glance at that pool of water.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna pull out a jar and scoop out some of the water from it.
Uh-huh.
He's not sure what it is, if it's just plain standard water or not, but it might be useful later for something.
Do any of our mages have Prime?
Nope.
No.
Werewolf, this is a pool of gnosis to you. This is a pool of power, pure energy for spiritual creatures and for some mortals.
Is Frost going to relay that?
Yeah.
Oh, that could actually be very useful. He's going to pull out a couple more jars. I figure he keeps a couple of a few empty jars with him in case he, you never know when perhaps we come across something with venom that could be useful for killing something else. Things like that.
Yeah,
So,
not a problem.
So he's going to fill up like 5 jars with this. They're just, standard mason jars.
You are able to collect the water, no problem.
Cool. Adding them back to my bag. So, I guess we're done here?
Hardly. They're going to come back, and I don't think we can distract them forever with wedding planning.
Well, yes, but I was more meaning we're done here for now. You mentioned before that hunters can mark things to keep supernatural creatures from entering?
That's a specific ability.
Which one?
I believe it's called Ward.
Okay, I do not have that. I've got Discern and Burden. I'll have to get Ward later. That was one I wanted. So, hopefully the rift will stay open, or at least be able to be opened again. Perhaps our little Marten friend here, Martokyo. You're okay with that name, right? Alright.
I have a name.
Oh, what is it?
He lets out a few chitters and squeaks.
Can you translate that to English?
No.
Then can I call you
Just
Martokyo?
He just lets out a sigh.
Just out of character for a sec. My name is Dende.
Little green dude.
I don't know the
Yep.
reference.
DBZ
Dragon-
abridged.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My name is Dende.
Apparently we are killing the vampire again.
At least it's not me.
I guess he's laughing too much.
Hey, I know how to kill Chim. Just someone has to say the P word.
No.
Oh, you mean perfect?
You mean
Ah, yes, you called, darling. I can see you just couldn't keep away from me. As the Marten walks over and grabs him in a very tight hug.
My strength score is only 1. I'm dying from this hug, right? Like I'm being
Oh
squeezed
no,
to death.
he's giving Cody the hug.
No.
Oh, okay.
Bren needs it. You see, he's just so sad over there. I'll hug him back, but I appreciate it, but really, he needs it.
Darling, I have decided we are going to have a double wedding. No need to thank me. I simply wish to inform you of that. But now I must go plan 2 weddings. Oh, that would be so perfect. As he vanishes.
Well, we increased the time we need to stall him by about 2.5.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be hard to plan the perfect wedding for, so you know.
And you also need to like each other for that.
Everywhere.
What did you say, Timmy?
Martens everywhere.
Okay, it might
Everything
not
is
be-
Martens.
It might not be that hard to plan the perfect wedding for me. But anyways, so I guess we'll go ahead and head out. We can come back later, and I can try and ward this place against him coming back. I just need to study up on how to and check a couple places to figure out how exactly to do that against, an entity like this.
There's just one tiny issue. That guy was who we thought killed the person in the forest, and it could have been them, but I don't know if it was. And this was our only lead in this area.
We could just summon him back and ask.
He'd say something, you guys. That his assassin was going about clearing the way to rip down the walls between worlds.
I completely missed that in my crying and cowering in the corner, forgive me.
Which is why I wanted to make sure you guys were not shocked by the insanity that is Domino.
Alright, so we need to track down this assassin?
If you want to, otherwise these killings might keep going on. And so far, we've already had a few get either assassinated or apparently committed suicide for seemingly no reason.
Do you think he's just keeps telling people that he's preparing the her wedding for them, and that's driving them to suicide? Because it looks like it's doing it to him. As he points to Brad.
You don't understand, kid. This has been 6 years in the making.
Well, I mean, clearly something's going on. He was our only lead. I guess we could summon him and ask.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, it would be perfect if he could just come
You
in.
rang, darlings!
Oh, yes, it would just be perfect if you could let us know. Are you behind the deaths in this, in the town here?
I, myself, did not do anything to those, what do you call them? Ah, yes, people.
Alright, it would be, you know, what would be even more perfect is if you could point us in the right direction on who to track down that has been doing it. Because I'm sure with your perfect knowledge, you know exactly who's been doing it and even how we can stop them.
And just why did I do that, darling?
Consider it a gift to your betrothed.
Oh, an early wedding gift.
Yeah.
The most perfect one.
Fuck!
And now we get 2 gifts.
Well, as your betrothed, it is only perfect of me to actually spoil you a little bit. After all, I have been spoiling my dear Brent for 6 years, despite him trying to keep away from me. Oh, he plays so hard to get. It's so cute. Ah, but yes. Pleasure, business before pleasure, I suppose. You will find that he is in your city, and he is going to continue hunting those who are deemed a threat.
Alright, do you know where we can find him and stop him? Or how we can stop him?
That's part of the game, darlings. It's for you to find him. Oh, I do.
Yes, but-
He is. I'm not sure if you would be able to stop him, though. He is ever so lucky. Ta-ta!
You popped him out just so I couldn't manipulate him further into giving more, didn't you?
No.
Oh yeah, because we could just summon him back. But I think we won't. I think Bren has had enough.
You know, from what he said, technically I've been saving the world for 6 years, and I deserve a break.
Zyzen's frowning now at that little drop he did there. Not going to say anything yet, but...
Oh yeah, I picked up on the drop as well. So, Do we know, do the rest of us in character know that Lucky is a person? I forget. I know we've mentioned
Yes.
him a lot out of character, but
Yes,
Okay.
Zyzen tried to call him in front of all of you.
okay. Zyzen, don't you know somebody named Lucky?
I know someone called Lucky, but I don't know Lucky.
So you couldn't possibly try and get us to meet up with him?
I don't know.
You know, I'm thinking that our next stop should be the club. The guy that runs it, insert name here, seems to know a lot about these kinds of things. Who?
Alric Benneret is his name.
Alric Bennerick. I might remember that eventually. Probably about the same time that I managed to remember our zip code. Which so far has not happened yet. But yeah, I think
Do you
we
at
should-
least remember the name of the club?
Insert club name here. In character, I would. Out of character, my memory is shit.
Wasn't it the sixth circle or something like that?
I believe so,
Yes, it is the sixth circle.
Okay. Well, then, let's head back there.
Why are you bringing me back to where I first met him?
Doesn't take that long for you guys to get out of there, get back to the rift, and enter back into the mortal world, and start heading back to the club. And it takes about 20-30 minutes to get there, and you are welcomed back in and taken up to Alric's private office.
Alright, so we ran into a Lord of Arcadia.
You have
If you know what that means. All I know is that thing was a monstrosity that I kind of want to destroy, but, you know. Also, do not say the P word.
P word, yes, I know.
Oh, you know him.
I've dealt
Okay.
with him. Yes. It was a long, long time ago.
Well, apparently he's working, Lucky is working with him and causing all of these suicides and deaths and such.
Joy. That's all we need here. Then you are sure he said tore down the walls between worlds, yes?
Yes, I definitely said that, yes. Or he said that, yes, but I relayed it, yes.
I was just double checking that you didn't mishear or anything. Joy. That's going to be a lot of work. He shakes his head slightly. If you would, I would be extremely thankful if you could hunt down this Lucky and stop him.
Well, that is what we were planning. We just kind of need some leads and possibly... do you know what kind of creature Lucky is?
To my knowledge, he is a changeling. His abilities and powers I am not quite as familiar with.
Give me one sec. I'm going to go to HunterNet on my phone. I charged it in the SUV on the way over, by the way.
Okay.
I'm going to go to HunterNet and look up changelings and see what others say about them.
What are you looking for specifically?
Weaknesses, ways to track them down, bring them out.
Um,
A magnanimous dispensation.
Holy crap, Odd Socks! Well, the donation goal has been completed. Odd Socks, thank you.
fuck.
What more unique can happen to our lives than Domino engaging you?
Aw, man. Considering Timmy just said fuck, I think he didn't want this completed. Timmy? Did we kill you?
Did we just break Timmy?
Okay. Hang on a second. Let's start here first. Let's see. Brian, we've already tortured you enough, but you only have a few more minutes. No, I think you've tortured you. I think we tortured you enough. Hey, Cody, your cell phone starts ringing.
Except I've got to take Bren to work.
I know, but we have a few minutes, so I'll do you first.
Oh boy. I answer it. Hello?
Hello, Cody. Cody Taylor, yes?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Jason August. I am the head of PR here at Empty Springs branch for Pentex. This is the first time we've had a chance to speak, and I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Yes.
Due to issues that have been going on here at work, we have decided, due to some recent going-ons that have happened today, that we no longer have need of your services, and effective immediately, you have been terminated from work here.
I see. Odd Socks, why did you do this to me?
I didn't know what was going to happen.
I see. Very well then. I suppose I will. Mage, my character works for a company called Pentex, or I guess worked. Not anymore.
We will send someone with your belongings to return them to you today. Please make sure you are on hand to receive them.
Sure. Yeah. Alright.
Excellent. Goodbye, as he hangs up.
Ouch. At least
Sky,
I've got
your phone
connection.
begins to ring.
Oh boy. Can Sky just let it go to voicemail?
You want it to go to voicemail? It's up to you.
It's very tempting.
Well, while you're deciding that, and before I have to run, hey, Albric, I don't suppose you're hiring.
I can see what we can do.
Thanks, because I kind of have a brother that I've got to support and stuff, and yeah.
By the way, if he was here, you're not gonna like what's gonna happen with him.
With Alric?
No, with your brother.
Oh, another warrant?
No, FBI's most wanted.
Oh boy! That's gonna be fun to try and solve with my, with my contacts. You know, then again, perhaps I could request another early wedding gift.
Sky, do you answer your phone or do you let it go to voicemail?
I'll be back, guys.
Sky would answer the phone.
On it, you can hear a crying, sobbing voice. You recognize as one of the servants? Matt? Sky?
Yes, this is Sky.
The, the master. The master opened the windows to his room, and he let in the sun, and he turned into nothing but ash.
And okay, I'm trying to figure it.
Methuselah you worked for.
No, I understand that. I'm trying to figure out a timeline of when this could have happened, because I would have just left this morning or this evening, and has it been more than a day?
Yes.
I'm trying to find out at what point it could have happened, because if it was daytime, then that means I wouldn't have been out either.
It's been a full 3 days.
Ah,
Time works differently when you're in the spirit world. The sun has just recently gone down. Though for you, it doesn't really look like that much has changed.
Hey, guys. Keep an eye on the chat for me. Foxbrew's got a question.
so the answer to Fox Brew would be that the Methuselah, the person who turned Sky into a vampire, has been turned into a pile of ash, and their name was Lord Byron, who was also the source of money and everything for Sky. Alright, in that case,
You still have access to his resources and such, though.
I'm going to have to do some research. Alright, back to the telephone. So when exactly did this happen? I don't seem to have been gone for that long. It's only been an evening.
We haven't been able to contact you for 3 days. Lord Byron was getting worried about you. Well, as much as he worries about anything. We just discovered it this evening, though, when we went to check on him.
So it just happened this evening? He was perfectly fine, I guess, yesterday?
Yes.
I will have to come back then, I suppose. I do not know what will go on with the clans.
You may want to steer clear right now. We're trying to keep this under wraps for the moment until we can figure out what he wanted.
I see. Well, in that case, I will have to go on as if business as usual, and I will attempt to throw any of the other clans off that might be prying in to try finding out why they haven't heard from them. Byron.
Okay, I just thought you should know. And
All
as
right.
he hangs up, Zyzen, your phone begins to ring. Where are you at right now?
Away from the club, away from the others.
Okay.
Dyson would have, as soon as they left the rift, found a way just to sneak off, just because, yeah, his phone wouldn't be able to ring because he'd be on the phone trying to call Lucky.
As it rings, the phone answers and a young voice speaks through. What's up? This is Lucky.
Lucky, is there anything going on I need to know about?
What do you mean?
Oh, just you're not involved in anything?
Nothing out of the
Bad?
usual.
Look, there might be some people looking for you. Someone said your name and it wasn't good.
Oh yeah, I know. I've already been dealing with that issue for the last couple of days.
Couple of days?
Yeah. I got told about this 3 days ago that people would be coming after me, so I started taking care of stuff. My boss helped slow things down, so I had a few extra days before they would even get back here. They didn't even realize anything.
Oh boy.
He was laughing himself silly that they kept calling him with, and not realizing that he was doing things to them.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I mean, almost all of them should be taken care of hopefully soon. It's not a big deal, don't worry about it.
Well, let me know if I can help. One of my few friends I've got.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will be fine. Oh, by the way, you might want to pick up the phone soon. Call me if you need me. Bye. As he hangs up, and almost immediately your phone starts ringing.
There's going to be a pause, and then he's going to answer it.
You can hear an older man's voice speaking through the phone. Excuse me, is this Zyzen?
Yes? Who's this?
I am. Where's my name for this? I had it written down. Where are you? Andrew Scott. I'm with Child Protective Services here in Empty Springs.
Right.
And I was hoping I could talk to you and convince you to come over here and let us help you. I've been hearing reports that you've been living out on the streets.
And at this point, Zizan hangs up, drops the phone, keeps walking. He's going to actually now start heading towards the club.
And you would show up at the club right when Cody gets his phone call and finds out he just got fired from his job. And Sky just finds out that their boss just dusted himself.
You know, that really brings a whole new meaning to dusted themselves.
Yep. I'm sure it's fine, though. Everything is perfectly fine. One second. I will be right back. I just need to run to the bathroom real quick, you guys. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Tis fine.
Hello.
Let's see. On one of the nearby TVs, you can see a news report come up warning that there is a large dog on the loose. Very dangerous and to be avoided at all costs. And that if anyone spots this canine, to immediately inform animal control so that it can be taken care of.
Frost looks a little worried.
And then you can see pictures of Frost walking with some of the others.
And to that, Zyzan's just going to say, damn it, Lucky.
My hamster is getting antsy. If we be adventurers, let us adventure!
Also, just to let you guys know, Timmy's doing a BRB thing. He's just having a computer issue, so he'll be with us again shortly. Oh, sure, everything will be fine. It's not like suddenly every character's world has just been pulled down
Okay.
from them.
Okay, I think I'm back.
Yes, you
I
are.
am back as well.
We hear you.
So, what I miss?
Nothing too bad. Just, the entire world coming apart.
Feel free to tell him. Feel free.
Zyzan's just going to point to the TV where there's the news report of people need to look out for a wild, dangerous animal. There's a picture of Frost.
In his wolf form or his big snarling death beast form?
Wolf form.
Okay, so that's what happened to Frost. I heard Karma's benefactor is dead.
I mean, he was dead before, but he's
You know what
more
I mean.
dead.
You know what I mean, smartass.
Child Protective Services got called unlucky, though Lucky was not with all of you at the time, so none of you know this yet.
You mean Zyzan?
Sorry. Yes.
Wait, Zyzan's not with us?
Zyzan showed up back with you guys, but he slipped away for a minute while you guys were heading to the club.
Oh, so he never came to the club with us.
He showed up right when you guys started finding out your lives were going to the shithole.
Ah.
And his response when he saw the news report, damn it, Lucky.
So... I guess overall, I've got the easiest time of it, because, I just lost my job.
Roll intelligence.
Oh no. I should have kept my mouth shut. I should have kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, no, everything's perfectly good. Everything's perfectly fine. You just lost your job. I mean, that's all there is to it. Pentex is a good, upstanding company for the most part. They wouldn't do anything.
Oh, I see what you mean now.
But yes, you guys can feel free to discuss among yourselves as you guys' lives are crumbling apart. And oh yes, there was that comment, damn it, Lucky.
Okay, we need to find this Lucky because I'm sure he's targeting us now, and Domino did say that this was all about a game, and I'm sure he sees all of this as great fun.
These after our lucky charms.
Okay, you're going to the lake for that.
By the way, it has been 3 days.
3 days?
Yep.
Since we got this information?
No, since apparently you guys stepped out of the portal, it's been 3 days since you went in.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, every time you guys were saying perfect, that was having an effect on things.
Lovely.
Consequences.
Oh, hi, Blue.
Wait, Blue?
Blue came to the stream.
Hi!
At least I assume it's the Blue we know, since it's, Blue the raccoon.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
No pressure, you know. Okay, so, yeah, where do we find Lucky?
You don't find Lucky. Lucky finds you.
Okay. How do we make him want to find us? Also, what did HunterNet say about,
Changelings?
Yeah.
Multiple sources, some conflicting information. The little information that actually matches, though, is iron and cold iron can disrupt their gifts, and they're not any more durable than your average person, despite all their abilities and such. And that they also feed on emotions and feelings.
Good to know. I'm gonna go kill us a changeling. Anyone opposed to that?
Yes.
Why are you opposed to that?
Think about it for a moment. They did this to us in 3 days. Just to keep us away. What do you think they're going to do when they know you are after them?
Good point. So we just need to catch him by surprise. That's what it sounds like to me, anyways.
It's not going to be that easy. Lucky is an expert at catching people off guard. Plus, if he's working with his husband-to-be, There's no saying what they can do together.
I thought
You do
Domino...
know that
Go ahead.
you do know that Lucky tends to frequent and haunt the bad part of town, the falling apart section of Empty Springs that's in the deep city.
Yep, I figured as much. It's not going to be something those Eisens straight away telling them.
I was just making sure you know.
And for those of you watching, Zaisen is a kid. Sometimes he will be this naive and innocent. So, call it playing the character.
Fine, you're fine. Don't worry about it. So what is your guys' plan then? What are you guys going to try to do? Or are you going to ask anyone for something?
Well, we're still at the club in the one guy's office, as far as I'm aware.
Correct. Yes, you are in Auric's office at the moment.
Okay, Alric, yeah. Do you have anywhere that we might be able to lay low for a little bit?
If you wish, you can stay here at the club.
We might need that.
Actually,
I can have one of the storage rooms cleared out, and it can be made into a little base of operations for you all, considering you are helping me with my issue as well.
are you sure you want us around? We're not having the best luck at the moment.
Alec just smirks. You'll be fine here.
Yeah, I just kind of get that vibe here that we'll be fine here. The club will be fine. Better than if we were to go to our homes or park benches or whatever. At least for the moment. Alric, I think we need some cold iron.
Here, let's a soft whistle. That's difficult to get.
Quick, out of character question about cold iron.
Yes.
Is it something that can be transmutated?
Ooh, theoretically, yes. The only requirement is it cannot have been worked by the hands of man. Which is why it requires meteoric iron in order to be able to be crafted.
That's good to know.
Which is one of the reasons it's so goddamn rare to get.
Yes, I'm aware that it's a tall order, but at the same time, we need something to deal with Domino as well as Lucky. And I have got the feeling that you're kind of our best bet.
I can.
Sorry, quick out of character question. Did he offer us a reward or anything for doing this for him?
Money, yes.
Alright, so back in character. I would be more than happy to forego the reward on this in return for, some weapons that we can use.
He shakes. He shakes his head slightly. No, this is operational expenses. This is things that you are required if I expect you to actually be able to do the job. This is not going to come out of your reward.
That is appreciated, because, everything going on, but we still... Yeah, we're gonna need to find a way to get our hands on that.
I can see what I can do, but that's not necessarily my wheelhouse. It will take quite a bit of time. If any of you know anyone who might be able to assist, you might have better luck that way. But with enough time, I might be able to get you what you need.
Well, unfortunately, my connections that I might have been able to leech some off of, those particular ones don't exist anymore. I assume that I might have been able to acquire some from Pentex.
But you do know someone. Two
I
of you
do?
know someone.
I do?
Yes, it's where you got information on Fairfolk from, if you recall.
Oh! That, lion guy. You know, I gotta say he was kind of hot.
He looked like a normal person unless you had your sight on.
I mean, anytime somebody approaches me about something, I would immediately turn my sight on.
Yeah, you have seen his Leonin form then.
Yeah, if you said that in character, Zyzen will be sticking out his tongue at you mentioning his mentor, practically father figure, is hot.
But it is up to all of you what you guys wish to do.
Well, Zyzen's going to be cheeky and just ask the simple question, do you have a spare phone I can use? I lost mine.
As he very casually, Alric just opens his desk, reaches in, and pulls out a phone and just hands it to you like it's nothing.
Thank you.
And it's the latest model too, way better than your old phone.
His old phone was a Nokia.
How in the world did it? Oh wait, no, he lost it, not broke it.
I was gonna make the same thing came to my mind.
That's why I said he dropped it.
Did the lion guy actually give me a phone number or anything to contact him by?
He would have given you something if you asked for it, yes.
I'm not sure I would have really asked for it.
Luckily, Zyzen has it memorized, so...
I mean, information
Yes.
is important, but... Either way, Zyzen can call.
My brain is becoming soup. The lore says nothing about secession.
That's you're focused.
Do
And
you
Zyzen with his shiny new phone is going to start folding up for his mentor. Done defaults.
As soon he answers, hello, who is this?
It's Zyzen.
You get a distinct sense of just a very large sigh. What happened to your phone this time?
Sizen's going to just look at everyone around and then just shake his head. Look, something's happened. Someone needs your help. And I think you can help.
A lot of people need my help.
It's more serious than usual. It's about Lucky.
One sec.
There's a
As
grin on
I...
his face as he says that.
As I...
Yeah.
On Discord, down at the bottom next to where it says voice connected, there's that noise suppression button. Could you click on that and make sure it's off?
It's off.
You might just need a new mic. It doesn't sound like an internet problem because you're not dropping out. You're just going quiet and then back up to normal volume and then quiet back up.
Yeah.
At least on my end.
I need a new microphone.
Yeah. Well, luckily we have a donation to help out with that. Just wish that donation didn't come with me losing my job, my brother being on FBI's Most Wanted, my dog being hunted. You know, you get the idea.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure your brother would already be on some wanted list.
So I do a very good job of making sure he gets off of those lists as soon as he's put on them. I have good contacts.
Regardless, after saying what Zyden said, he's going to just put the phone onto speaker.
Question, does anyone speak more than one language?
I don't have anything on my sheet about that, but I could see how Cody might have picked up a couple extra languages depending on where all Pentex is located and where, you know, he's got a high intelligence, so it's reasonable he might have, depending on, you know, his job and stuff.
Frost doesn't have anything but... well, it's
Frost
technically
barely-
wolf and human.
Yeah, Frost barely speaks English. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Frost. Lord Fluffykins, destroyer of all.
Frost.
So, all you guys then hear, for the most part, is cursing in about 16 different languages. You think, Cody, you can make out a couple of words here and there.
Zyzen's used to this. Not all 16 languages, but he's used to it.
That little traitorous fucker.
Yeah, Lucky.
After about 5 minutes of cursing, he finally says that.
I assume you're talking about this Lucky individual.
That little traitorous motherfucker.
Yeah, he's kind of ruined our lives. He's working for this guy called Domino, and yeah, we need some assistance.
Triple the cursing when you say that name. God damn it. Oh, you fuck. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, son. Fudge. Okay, what do you need? I didn't realize he was in town right now, or I would have hunted his ass down and put my sword through his fucking heart.
You mean Domino? He's not.
Yes.
he's not exactly...
All of them.
He's really not exactly in town. He was in a rift into, I guess, the spirit realm or something. And we could summon him easily. We just have to say one particular word.
No.
That's only if he actually decides to show up.
Well,
He's a lot smarter than he lets off, believe me.
I don't know. Apparently I'm his betrothed now or something. So is Bren.
That's not a good thing. He's gonna eat you alive until there's nothing left but a husk.
I mean, our first encounter
you
went
need.
okay. Either way, yeah, we need to find out where Lucky is, and we need some cold iron to kill him.
Normal iron will work against him. He's just a changeling. You'd only need cold iron against something like a fair folk. I can get you some.
It would definitely be useful if we need to defend ourselves against Domino.
Give me probably a day. I can probably get the how many do you need? How many people?
6?
Yeah, give me a day. I can have it ready by tomorrow night.
Thanks. Alric, is it okay if he brings it here?
Alric nods. I know a few contacts who might be able to give you more information on Lucky and Domino. Haven't dealt with them that much, though I know of them. Lucky is been sort of a nemesis with a other group of changelings that lives in town. I can give you the number for one of them, and they might be able to help you more.
Cody will pull out his phone again. Yeah. Okay, what was that number?
He is going to give you a phone number. His name is Draco. He works a little bit with me on and off. He's husband to one of the changelings who stopped Lucky before when he was causing trouble a few years back.
Alright.
Sizen's going to wince at that.
Be very, very careful. Lucky looks like a child. I've dealt with him a few times, but I've never been able to kill him. He looks like a child. He might act like a child, but he is not a child. He is able to manipulate people, what they see, what they hear. He can control them. And he can manipulate luck, fate, and probability to make things happen. He might not be that great in a straight-up fight, but he will not let you get him into a straight-up fight. He is paranoid to the extreme, and he will be trying to ruin everything that you have and either get you to kill yourselves or manipulate things so that something kills you.
Out of character, you did say I'm immune to all that stuff, right?
Mind control and body manipulation, yes.
That's
but him,
what I was meaning.
yeah, him fucking with things around you though, no. He can make things try to kill you.
But I can see through it.
Yes, you might be aware that it's coming. Listen, this information might save your life. Lucky has a catch to his abilities. There's always going to be signs that something will happen before it happens. He can't get around that, no matter what. If something is targeting you, you and those around you will have a chance to see signs that something will be about to happen and warn you what will happen to avoid it. He can't get around that. That's the catch for his magic. Each of us have that with our abilities. There's something that we have to do in exchange for it, or there is something that happens with it that we can't get around. No matter how powerful a fairfolk or a changeling's abilities are, there's always a catch. There's always a loophole. Figuring out what those are is what's going to keep you alive against him.
any idea what they are?
He pauses and thinks for a second. If you're going to be walking onto a street and a car suddenly comes speeding by out of nowhere, before that you might see a reflection of a vehicle that's not there coming towards you for a split second, but it might seem like you just imagined it or saw something out of the corner of your eye.
Okay, so deja vu type effects kind of things, don't ignore.
Or if a fire is about to start, you might see a large power line start sparking and coming loose a little bit. Or signs of smoke everywhere from, say, someone accidentally igniting something. Or a big group of smokers going by. I can't give you any more information than that. It takes its form based on what he decides to make happen and what he can do to manipulate probability and chance.
Alright. Any chance
There's always a warning, though.
This seems like a big enough threat. Could you possibly come and assist us in this hunt?
Possibly. If you can find him, I can try and help out, yeah.
No.
But he knows me. If he sees me, he will go to ground and hide. The fucking privateer does not let himself get caught. He pauses.
It sounded like you were going to say something.
Yeah, Zyzen was just going to say no, he doesn't want him involved just because he fears for him.
He pauses and shakes his head slightly, even though you can't see it. Privateer, is what we call changelings who work with the fair folk. They'll sell out their own kind, capture them, and drag them back to Arcadia. They are basically the worst of the worst to us.
Understandable. Well... Well, we're gonna have to deal with this, because he's just gonna keep causing more problems everywhere.
What if it's a distraction?
A
What
distraction?
if it's a distraction?
What do you mean?
Domino's up to something. Domino said they were up to something. Lucky
Yeah.
is working for Domino. If you were going to cause trouble, would you not have a distraction?
It makes a lot of sense, but at the same time, we are not prepared to take on a fair folk.
Normally,
Go ahead.
what Zyzen's saying can be true. Changelings and fairfolk don't usually operate loudly. We like to manipulate things from the shadows. We like to nudge things. It's how we feed for our abilities and such, through emotions, by either causing them or finding places or people who have it. If a fairfolk is moving openly or doing things just right in the open, usually that's meant to make you look one way while they're actually doing their real plan in another way. It wouldn't surprise me if Lucky is a distraction for another changeling or group of changelings. But you still have the issue of Lucky will probably be trying to kill you soon if you don't give up on whatever you're supposed to be doing. So you can either possibly try to deal with the changelings that do or don't exist, or deal with him. Or hey, just leave town. Get out while the getting's good.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out very well. I think our best bet right now is to take him on, at least remove one threat. Maybe it'll reveal the others. But we do need to get rid of him because he's still a threat, regardless.
Sizen's going to frown at that, but he's not going to say a word.
Okay, we'll say several then. Not so nice when it's done to you, is it? All right. Well, thank you very much. Go ahead.
I'd recommend talk to the person who I gave you their number. Draco might be able to help you a little bit more than I can. He might be able to point you out to some of the things you may need to know or where to go next. I'll see what I can do to get you up and ready to help you against him. And I'll get my ear to the ground and see if any of my contacts know anything either.
Alright, thank you very much for your help. I suppose we shall be... we'll go ahead and call him now, then.
I think this is a good spot to end the session right now, because I want everyone to be here for the next bit.
Alright.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
I do want everyone for our next section when you guys go here, because it's going to be interesting to see what you guys are going to do.
And happy fun times.
Happy fun times!
I think I've had my fill of
Going
those.
to
Can we
die.
pass?
Hey, it's not my fault that, someone made the donation goal and triggered it.
You're right. Lord Fluffykins, I'm getting you fixed.
You can't do that. You're the one that created the donation goal, so you've only got yourself to blame.
No. Timmy created the donation goal. I just
Alright,
put
then
it
it's
on.
Timmy's fault.
Okay, Timmy, I'm getting you fixed.
No.
All right,
But
everyone.
if you get fixed, you'd be able to choose such a good domino voice.
All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us for the stream, for the final return, or not final, but we finally returned to Darkest Dreams. I will be back in a few minutes with some city skylines. And then, of course, later on, we've got Echoes of Eberron, Dungeons and Dragons. Do check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those good things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Do consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. That is a great place to support the channel and make sure these streams can keep coming to you all. But for now, thank you for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye! Ha ha!